because we can all write something to ChatGPT, but can you produce something that is more useful than the other person? That is where incorporating this becomes really a challenge. Hey, Naku here. Welcome to OB Studios. So at the moment, you know how AI and specifically ChatGPT has flooded the entire ecosystem. There is no work or business that is not talking about ChatGPT. From students, even students who are in lower grades are probably sinking into the whole effects of how ChatGPT has changed the landscape. And if you're a designer, you know, or probably you might be panicking, or you might be in a state of shock, or probably you might not really care about what is really happening. But all the same, in today's video, I want to share with you the benefits and challenges of integrating ChatGPT into your design workflow. So we're going to look at 3 benefits and 3 challenges of how this integration can help you, and also some of the things that you might face or you might see as a challenge when it comes to ChatGPT or these AI chatbots that are online. All right, so the very first benefit will be automation of repetitive tasks such as data input and content creation, which saves time and resources for designers. So for something like this, it specifically talks about how ChatGPT will be able to help designers to create content. And mostly that is what a lot of people are using ChatGPT for, to create content and also to analyze data that can help you as a designer, which is really important. Because if probably you are a designer who doesn't have, or you have a client who doesn't have the budget to hire someone who is a copywriter, probably you might fall onto the powers that be, which is the power of ChatGPT to give you content for your client. So that is one benefit, one thing that you might be doing when it comes to using ChatGPT in your design workflow. So another thing that you can really use ChatGPT for is to analyze user data. You can collect as much user data as you have, and then you can give that user data to ChatGPT to analyze the user data so that it will help you improve the website, so that at the end of the day, it can also help your users when they come on your website. So ChatGPT can be more as a UX designer. UX means a user experience. So your user experience, or how your users use your product, can be really significantly high if you incorporate ChatGPT into your workflow by collecting data and giving that data to ChatGPT to analyze the data to give you the most efficient way that you can improve your site for your users to use it more efficiently. So number 3, and not the least, ChatGPT can also improve efficiency and accuracy. So number 3 will be ChatGPT's ability to produce quote unquote accurate and also to produce things more efficiently. A human designer might not be able to sit down and produce probably a ton of designs at a time. But ChatGPT, which is quote unquote not a human, might be able to do this more efficiently than a human will be able. We can have 10 designers in a room. Everybody can start creating something, and probably within 2 hours, we might be able to create more things than we were able to do when we were doing it by ourselves. So with ChatGPT, your efficiency will improve, and your accuracy might also improve a bit, because it is more like an encyclopedia, or more like it's a Google database where there is a lot of data. Even though the data is not the most factual, but you still have the ability to create more and to be able to create it on a more consistent basis. Not on a more factual basis, but mostly on a more consistent basis. So those are the 3 things that you might be using ChatGPT for when you incorporate it into your own design workflow. So in the next 3, I'll be giving you 3 of the challenges that you might be facing when you start using a tool like ChatGPT or any of the AI tools that they have out there. So number one, when it comes to challenges, is about the ethical use of a product like ChatGPT or any of the AI tools out there. If you are not careful, you might be blurring the lines between being ethical and also the privacy of user data. So it is really important that when it comes to working with these tools, you have probably your eye on the ethical use and the privacy use of a tool like this. Because when it comes to probably if you're in the EU, you have a bit of privacy constraint over there, or you have more privacy rules than probably someone who is in the United States or someone who is not in the EU. So it is really important that you understand the privacy and the ethical use of a tool like ChatGPT. So another challenge that you might face if you are a designer who is incorporating ChatGPT into your workflow is for you to learn how to write prompts. Thinking that you can just go into ChatGPT and write anything is really fabulous. Everybody can do it. A kid who is in the first grade can do it, second grade can do it. But for you to be able to efficiently write prompts that is going to give you the most impactful answer is where the line is. Because we can all write something to ChatGPT, but can you produce something that is more useful than the other person? That is where incorporating this becomes really a challenge, because everybody will be able to put something into ChatGPT, but I might be able to word my prompt in a way that I'll be able to get the most perfect or probably the most beneficial answer when it comes to prompt writing. So as a lot of people have said, and I want to also say it, prompt writing might be the most, the most challenging or the most, skill that a designer might want to perfect now, because it will be a challenge and you might want to be ready for it when ChatGPT and other AI tools become really, really, really good, and you have to use it to create content that you want. The last but not the least, I really want to talk about how AI tools and ChatGPT per se will not be able to create unique and creative products or ideas in comparison to human designers. Mostly, when you go to, let's say, Midjourney, right? And then you input, let's say, how to create a website. You give it a prompt. Most of the things that comes out is junk. Like, you might not be able to even use it. And you might not be able to use it as a normal website, because you have to tinker with it. You have to change stuff with it for it to be able to look and feel like something that a normal human being can use. And even as the web is going mobile first, some of these products that, let's say, Midjourney produces is really on the line of not being able to be useful for any person. So when it comes to a product like AI, sometimes they lack the creativity and the uniqueness when it comes to producing content, because we might give, let's say, the same prompt, and the response that might come out of the prompt might be very similar. And sometimes too, ChatGPT just keeps repeating itself. So if a product like ChatGPT keeps repeating itself, how is it going to, let's say, produce for, let's say, 100,000 designers when we all type in the same thing? If like go to a website, let's say pick like 20 websites, you might be able to find, let's say 20 websites that sell the same product, right? The same line of product. You might be able to find a copy or a photo shoot. It looks similar, but the idea and the feel might be totally different. But for ChatGPT, sometimes it's not the case. It just keeps reproducing itself, producing the same thing that it has produced over and over again, which makes it very difficult to be unique and also to be able to create something that is more creative. So these are some of the benefits and the challenges that AI tools might might give to someone who is a designer who is trying to integrate these tools into their product. So probably today you're trying to use ChatGPT. Learning about these things, these benefits and these challenges is really important because it's going to give you more power. Mostly when you know your weaknesses and where your strength lies, it gives you more power to be able to do the things that you want to do. So I hope these 6 things that I talked about can help you also generate better content and also know where your limits and your power is when it comes to AI tools. My name is Nyako. If you really did enjoy or you learned something from this video, I'll be really glad if you can hit the like button. And also, if you have anything that you think I missed, you can leave it in a comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed, YouTube told me to tell you that this new year, it is only subscribers that we are giving the videos to. I'm lying, but if you do subscribe, I'll really be glad that you did. Thank you. As always, this is Obi Studios. Catch you on the next one.